Every part of this cold plunge system was designed to solve a real problem. In this video, I'll show you Rhone and the Chiller Pro in detail and guide you through our design choices. When we started developing Rhone, the very first question we asked ourselves was, how do we keep the water cold as long as possible? We looked at insulated containers across various professional fields to understand what actually works. That's why the walls of Rhone are this thick and extremely dense. We also don't use just regular foaming. We use a proprietary blend and enhanced foaming techniques for the best possible temperature retention. The result is that you only need to run your chiller for short periods to maintain your desired temperature, even during the hot summer months. That's not a given, because bad insulation is like a fridge that's always open. The warmer it gets outside, the more power you need to keep things cold on the inside. With Rhone, the full power actually arrives where it matters. That means your chiller makes a lot less noise and it makes the entire system more energy efficient. We carried the same approach over to the lid. It's durable, fully insulated, and fitted with a rubber seal all around. We also added handles with a good grip, so you can lock the lid down tight. This reduces air exchange to a minimum and keeps bugs and dirt out of the water effectively. One more thing about the lid. You might have noticed our branding here. Theralpine stands for Alpine origin, so our logo is a mountain, and on the lid we extended that into the sky. When the sunlight catches it, I just think that's a really beautiful detail. We also put a lot of thought into safety. For example, we deliberately chose a ground level entry. I'm a little taller than average and I can step in and out comfortably. We've tested it with shorter people too, and so far everyone has been able to enter and exit without any issues. To us, this was really important because when you've been sitting in cold water for a few minutes, your joints often feel a bit stiffer. Plus, you're wet, so we wanted to avoid any additional steps or platforms that could pose a risk of slipping or falling. On the inside, we added a texturized bottom for extra grip. In Europe, a lot of households have limited space. That was a real challenge for us, because on one hand, we wanted to offer enough room for tall people, and on the other hand, we wanted to build a compact tub that fits into most homes. The weight also needed to be optimized so it can be used on balconies. That's why we went with a slightly tapered shape, because compared to a rectangle, it saves a lot of water and weight. At just under 120 centimeters in length, we still offer enough space for people up to 2 meters tall. I'm 187 or about 6'2", and I have plenty of space inside. And to make sure it's truly comfortable for everyone and you can find your preferred sitting position, we have angled the backrest ergonomically. Rhone is also fitted with 2 ports that connect directly to the Chiller Pro. This brings us to the second part of this cold plunge system. With the Chiller Pro, we've developed a very powerful water chiller for this top size. It cools at over 3000 watts, which means your ice bath goes from 20 to 10 degrees in under 90 minutes. For the truly hardcore cold plungers out there, we reach temperatures of almost 0 degrees. Clean water was just as important to us as cold water. We filtered twice. First with a large particle filter to catch larger debris, and then with a 20 micron filter that catches even fine hairs and small particles. This one you will occasionally need to replace, but it's easy accessible from the top and takes literally seconds to change. On top of that, automatic ozone purification eliminates bacteria and odors. No chemicals needed. And to round it all off, there's full app control. Set your temperature, schedule sessions, and monitor everything remotely. The combination of Rhone and the Chiller Pro is a complete worry-free package. It keeps the water cold and clean at all times and removes every obstacle for you. Except the willpower to get in. That part is still on you.